Well, the old Amana compressor decided to kick the bucket, so we're gonna have to fix that. Well, we got the charge out of there. We got the copper line sets cut out. I'm gonna bust these here bolts out of here and get that crankcase heater off and get ready to go in with the new one. In there and get that compressor, boy. Yeah, there you go. Go ahead and destroy the coil while you're at it. There you go.
Did I destroy it?
Nah, it's all right. It supports it. Man, you know Goodman and Amana, man, they put them filter dryers inside the unit, and this one was so tall I actually had to climb inside of the unit to get it cut out of here. But I'm a big believer in changing the filter dryer anytime you do any kind of repair in the refrigerant circuit, so we're gonna have to get that changed.
That's a man right there.
All right, you know the drill. Anytime we doing anything in the refrigerant circuit that has to do with brazing, we're gonna flow nitrogen. Keep all those pipes clean and free of carbon. Now we're gonna get this filter dryer brazed in. Figured I'd start on the filter dryer since it's way down there in the bottom of the unit and I got to do acrobatics and gymnastics to even get down there and sweat it in. So we'll do the hard one first. All right, now we're going to get the compressor refrigerant piping brazed in. And shout out to my helper J-Rod with his camera skills, man. Look at that glamour shot. I think he might have missed his calling as a action film director or something, but he stuck with me, so. Everything's brazed in. We got about 350 psi nitrogen on it, so we're just gonna bubble check all these solder joints and just make sure we ain't got no leaks before we put it on the vacuum. All right, everything on the pressure up test worked out, didn't have any leaks. Got everything hooked up on the vacuum with the core pulled, field piece VC2G with the True Blue hoses. We're gonna pull a super deep vacuum on this thing. Got the Blue Vac micron gauge. Just gonna start getting this thing dehydrated. Can't skip this part. So at this point, I could just tell that this vacuum was gonna take a long time. Super long line set. So rather than just sit out here and boil in the sun, we're gonna go get something to eat. Yeah, let's go get something to eat. I'm hungry. The McDonald's has been secured. Now it's the HVAC. HVAC mukbang. Ain't that what it's called?
Yeah.
Gotta stay hydrated. Make sure you drink plenty of Coke Zero on the job. You don't want to have a heat stroke. All right, vacuum's done. Man, this thing holds 237 ounces of 410A, which comes out to about 15 pounds. So, very thirsty girl. But we're going to fill her up, weigh in about 15 pounds, and we'll balance everything out with superheat since we're dealing with a piston. So, you remember that core tool I had so I could pull my vacuum without the cores in the way? Now that we got some charge weight in, we're going to push that core back into that system. Man, if you ain't got one of these, dude, they are a lifesaver. Not only can you speed up your vacuum process, but they'll get you out of a bind too. If you ever have a leaky Schrader valve out in the field, you don't got to get rid of the charge or pump it down. You can just hook this on and change out that core. So since we're dealing with a piston, we're not going to be really concerned with subcooling. We're going to charge this system off of superheat. I got the system running right now. I got my psychrometer set up so I can get my wet bulb temperature and everything that this app's called Check and Charge. But essentially you put in your suction line pressure or your vapor pressure, and then you'll put in your vapor line temp and your indoor wet bulb. And what's the last one? I think your outdoor ambient. So you put in all of those readings into the Check and Charge app, and it'll show you what your target superheat is, what your current superheat is, and what your target is. That way you can adjust your charge accordingly. So when you're dealing with a piston, you're not gonna you're not going to have a TXV controlling that superheat for you, so you're going to have to set it depending on the conditions that you're working with. 4-degree superheat is kind of low in my opinion, but that's what the app is saying. Running about between 5 and 6. Between 4 and 6. So we'll leave it at that. And that's it, man. Happy unit, happy customer. Everything's cool and good now, so all in a day's work.